guys, so we're heading out to pretty much gonna allocate most of this whole day to this one ranch. They called me when I was over in Lakeview yesterday and said that it sounded like the foreman, all he said was the big tractor, so I'm guessing it's the T8.300. And I saw it the other day, it was right over here somewhere. No, Duke, not over, you're all right. I think I'm pointing to something to kill. Anyhow, I guess it won't move. We'll see what happens. That's what we're gonna go to first. See if we can figure out why this tractor will not move. I got all the big dogs with me today. Got the pup with me too, Harper. That's my wife's great pit bull she got. She is a sweetheart, just such a good girl. Just easy going, mild tempered, mild mannered. Yeah, you're a sweetheart, aren't you, baby? Yeah. You're gonna have fun today running around with Josie being a maniac. But we'll be here to this tractor in a little bit, see if we can figure out what's going on with it. I'm a little bit concerned that he left this thing parked out here. I saw it sitting here for 2 or 3 days while he's been doing this field, and he's been leaving it out here every night. I'm a little bit concerned that this is like the worst place you could park. The pack rats will eat that tractor alive. They will get into the wiring harnesses in the cab. Had one down in Shastina that was similar to this. They parked right by the junipers. It was a 260R, I think, John Deere. I mean, I spent damn near a whole day soldering wires back together that some bitch chewed in two. And they wanted to put a new engine harness, or new complete wiring harness from, I can't remember what, that's been like 3 or 4 years ago. I can't remember what harness it was. It was going down to the transmission because it wouldn't move. But I mean, we ended up putting a whole new harness in it later on down the road, and he totally destroyed it. Well, here we are, guys. I gotta let these pups out. Tractor won't move. There's oil on the ground there. What the hell's going on with that? Hang on, kids. Let me get a hold of you here. One shithead. Come on. Come on, you gotta learn how to get out, girl. At least help. There you go. Come on, Bubba. You don't want out? Okay. Duke has no interest. He says, I'm not going anywhere. I'm seeing oil. What do we got going on here? Oh, they pulled the fill tube out of the transmission or something there. Okay, hang on, my phone's going off. I have your part for the truck. Okay. Hang on, guys, let me be back with you in a minute. Okay, so it kind of looks like they already might have checked that part of it. Sure, it's gonna have to have engine oil in it, huh? This thing, I need to take this up to the shop and have it and service it, but he's low on engine oil, that's for damn certain. About a gallon low on that. This thing was overheating last year, and I had to put a fan clutch. It's got a kind of electronic viscous type fan with the fans. It's a viscous fan with a fan speeder, but it's electronically controlled. Okay, so battery disconnect is off, I think. Is it on or off? Can't really tell. It's full of oil. Let's see what happens here. Come on, open up and stay open, you piece of shit. It ain't gonna do it. Any codes popping up? Let's have this on auto. Turn it off. Okay. We want to bet the shuttle. Trans fault. Okay. Alright, well, let me get my, I don't know if my, I mean, I can do the diagnostics on the corner post, but I'll see if my scan tool will do anything, make it simpler. Okay, so here we are. Park brake stuck on with no power when commanded on. Bottom brake switches may be open. Is there a code number for that? Consult the freeze frame. What? You're not going to give me a number? Are you serious? 24-volt system voltage. What the hell's that all about? I'm not as familiar with these New Hollands as I am a John Deere. I'm still learning. Where's this park brake? Transmission mode, something. Is there anything? Battery voltage. So the transmission runs off 24 volts? Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. Now, are they running the EPL on this? Is this an EPL like those? I don't know if this has that EPL on it. If you don't know what EPL, it's electronic park lock. Or a piece of shit. Seat switch. I mean, could it be something stupid like that? Park brake control lamp. No action. Operator seat switch on. So what if I get off the seat? Off, that's working. Okay, so let's fire this thing up. See what happens here if I move the shuttle lever. No action. You know, I thought there was a way. Let's look at this thing real quick. I think it's going to have the EPL, I think. If it has an EPL, it's going to be right back here. It'll have a big cable and an actuator coming down. Can't really tell from looking at it from there. Man, this thing's greasier than shit back here, huh? EPL would be back here. I'm not certain if this one does or not. I don't think it does. I might have to get in the book there and look how this one works. I ain't 100% sure. I know on the ones with the EPL, you can get them out of park by taking this to neutral and then hitting the neutral button and both brake pedals at the same time. Do it. I'm gonna look up. I gotta find out. You see if I can either get a code number off of it, 'cause I'm not getting a code number off that. That is retarded. It's not gonna give you a number. Let's go. Sometimes what you can do is go in here and do a scan of all the controllers, and then it'll give you a code number. Not, I'm going to have to get into theory of operation and see how the park brake system works and go from there. But if it's a most power shifts have a spring-loaded park brake, but armrest control lever, park brake. Oh, we got a number now, 2852. That's what we're looking for. Why didn't it do it on the other screen? Engine vehicle adjustment, Vistronic fan, engine cooling fan, driver open or PTO clutch does not reach lockup speed within 6 seconds of being on. Let's clear. Let's just clear them and see what happens. Turn the ignition off. Yeah, I want to carry out the operation. That's what we're here for. Scan it again. I doubt it fixed itself. They never seem to fix themselves. I bet it comes back when it erased all the codes. They're all gone, but I guarantee you. I'm gonna put this thing out and try to move it, and it ain't gonna move. Yep. There, it come right back. Yep, it's obviously an active fault that's not going away. So it's a 2852. So I gotta get into the book, guys, and figure out what a 2852 and start troubleshooting that. I don't know if that's a good spot for you or not. It's not all I can do right now. Should I come up from the back first? Let's see if I can have to pull these. these off. Wrestling these floor mats out of here can be a chore. That is for certain. Hold of it here. Get it out of there. What the hell, huh? Son of a shit. Come out of there. Boy, she is being stubborn. Am I even gaining anything? Can I even access that? I don't even see a floor plate. I don't even really see a removable plate here to access that shit. You do pull the seat out? Now let me figure out what I'm gonna do here. Well, they're not like a John Deere. A John Deere has a plate right here. Has a plate right here you unbolt. And the seat's back behind, I think, where the valve body is. So I think all of this shit's gonna have to come off for me to get in here. The step, everything. Let me get a light and shine in there. See if we can see what the hell we need to be looking at. How about over here? What can I... Would it be easier to pull this shit loose here than that stuff over there? I'm not sure which way to go about doing this. Let me see here. I don't even know where to go here. Why in the hell did they make a plate to where you could just get down in there, pull the floor mat out of the cab like a John Deere, and just get down there to the valve block? Is that valve block, or am I totally screwed up? Am I thinking like an MXM tractor where the valve block is on top? It's not like the old cases where the valve block was on the right hand side of the transmission case, is it? I guess I could have looked in there and found that, but it's not over here, is it? No, I don't see it there. Let's climb up here and see what we can see here. Oh, I might actually be able to do it from here. Yeah. Okay. Here's all our shit right here, guys. Okay, it ain't gonna be very easy, but I guess if I have to, I can always pull all that shit loose over there, but I need to blow all this stuff off of here to where I can see this. I guess we'll fire up the air compressor, then start building air. Now I see somebody's been doing some wiring here. I think this is the park brake coil right here. I think this is it. Right here. we're gonna blow all this stuff off and check it all out. Let me get the truck fired up and we'll get all this cleaned off. Okay. I unplugged that just now, but I'm just gonna do this check. I'm just gonna remove that park brake coil, take it over there where I can actually, I don't know if I got the right size because you just can't see anything. I don't know if this is even the right size. It doesn't appear that it is. 15/16, and that does not appear to be big enough. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to be going to. So it's obviously bigger than that, I think. Oh man, it's way bigger than that. It's quite a bit bigger. Where's my light at? Maybe I can get a gauge of how big the damn thing is. It's at like 1 inch maybe. I think it's 1 inch. Let me go see if I can find another wrench here. Okay. Let's get, I'm gonna climb my ass up on this tire. Get back up in here. Well, that's a pretty big nut they got on that coil, isn't it? 1 inch end wrench just to get that coil nut off. We'll take it out to where we can actually get a multimeter on the terminals on it and check the resistance on the coil. And then we're gonna have to, if that's fine, hang on, I'm trying to find a place to. There we go. Am I hitting something here? Don't wanna. Good grief. So just turn the light off and leave it here with the end wrench. I got a feeling the coil is probably gonna be fine. They don't usually seem like they have trouble. Why do I have a feeling I'm gonna be tracing down a rat problem? Turn that upside down so the sun don't get it. Okay. Okay, let's go to... Come on. Gotta shade my meter where I can actually read it. 3 ohms. Yes, should be 3 ohms, right? I think the coil's just fine. Yeah, 3.2 ohms. I took a picture of that diagnostic procedure on my phone, so I didn't have to keep going back in the service manual to find the damn thing. Hang on. Okay, let me read this real quick. Now, what's my phone buzzing about? I get sick of these fucking phones half the time. Okay, so it's supposed to be 5 to 7 ohms. I've got 3.5 ohms. I don't think that's the problem. Resistance out of range. Remove and replace the park brake solenoid. I don't think that's gonna cause. I really don't think that. You know what? 1 ohm it's about an ohm and a half off. I just don't think that's going to cause that. So I think the next thing to do, okay, check the park brake solenoid, check solenoid connector X49, that looks fine. Check that the connectors are connected and not damaged. But I have to check this X355 at the TCU. Connectors, damage, B connectors are okay. Continue to step 2, check park brake solenoid. We just did that. Leave the back probes installed on the brake solenoid. Connector X49. Position multimeter so that it can be read from inside the cab. Place transmission control lever in park. And start the engine. Record the voltage at X49. Next, move transmission control lever out of park and record the voltage. Expected readings show no voltage in park position and 12 volts with transmission control lever out of park. Okay. So what we got to do is go I'll put the coil back on there, and then I'll have to take one of these and back probe or pierce the wire on the back side of the coil and then check voltage. Do that. Okay. You never know. You might slide this back on there and plug it in. It might work. Okay. Let me see here. I got a black one on here, this piercing probe, because my red one's screwed up. Need to get another one from Snap-on. Okay. Let's just go into this right here. And I guess we'll check the coil for a ground. Too, but okay, that should have it probed. Hopefully, yeah, I think so. All right, let's go into the cab. So basically it takes power out of park and no power in park. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Watch this. It's in park. Nothing is changing there at all. Unscrew it. That backs the piercing probe off. Let's go see if we got continuity on this ground wire. Okay. Should have. Nice. You gotta love the magnets. I just love those magnets. Yep. Well. Yep. Okay. So we got a good ground on that coil. Okay, so we gotta dig deeper. There must be some different variations of this power shift and this transmission, because X355, according to the service manual that I've got, if you read up here, TCU CN3B connector, and they're telling you here that it's a 20 No. No, it's 34 pins. What? Where'd I get 26 pin? Why? Okay, so it is a 34 pin connector, but they're showing a 26 pin. Or wait a second, is it? Am I all screwed up here? No. Why are they showing a 26 pin connector? That's what screwed me all up. I'm looking at this, and then I'm unplugging CN3B, and it's 34 pins, and it's showing 26 pins here. You dickheads. And then they're showing the wrong color of wire on it. It's pin 21. Says it's supposed to be gray. Well, it's not gray, it's brown. And then I checked it down there, and it's brown. Okay. This is CN3B right here. Okay, and so if that's 26, that's 34. It's gonna be this one, I believe. What number is this one right here? 19? Is that a 19? Well, what's the number here? My glasses on so I can see. 25. I need a pointer. 25, 24, 23, 22, 21. This one right here. This should be the one. Okay. Which would be, if I flip it over on the second row, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So it would be 19, 20, wait, 18, 19, 20, 21. I get all screwed up when I do this. So, 18. What? Did you hear that? So it's saying I got continuity there on that wire. .003 ohms, but what is on this other wire over here, guys? This pin 19. Why is there continuity to that? Or 18, pin 18. Why is there continuity on pin 18? .9 ohms. That doesn't seem correct. Let me see what the book says about pin 18. Is that the ground for that? And the power and the ground are shorted together somewhere? Okay, what's pin 18 here? Mechanical front wheel drive solenoid high. There's no way those must be shorted to each other. Why you shouldn't have continuity on, I might have to look in that wiring schematic. But we do have a good wire. We got, you know, right at 1 ohm from there to the park lock solenoid. Let's just check that wire and see if it's shorted anywhere else. So we know it's shortened to pin 18. We know we got continuity on pin 21. So if this is 18, 19, 20, 21. We're getting continuity here too. On the first one. That I'm back probing, pin number 26. Okay. Nothing there, nothing there. All these black wires. This is a fucker shorted to ground, isn't it? That's 21. What's down here? Some blue wire. What pin number's that? It's pin number 17. So shorted to pin 17. It's shorted to pin. Am I thinking this through right, guys? I'm on that wire on the park lock coil, the brown wire, and I'm getting continuity to these other wires on that wire. Doesn't make much sense, does it? There's another one. Okay, so I'm trying to figure this out. So this is the wire from sheet 14. Here's the brake. That's the brake solenoid, not the actual park brake solenoid. So you look at this. This comes over, and you can see it intersects. We don't have the. I don't think we have the Euro park brake solenoid. This is the X49 connector that I was looking down on the bottom. And as you can see, this comes in and ties into all these wires right here. It's tied into this one, 567A. It's tied into 567B. So where's 567A and 567B going? Well, they sure made this complicated, didn't they? So we can go back around and check. So 567 is going, let's see here. Brake actuation, sheet 71, WB 562B. Sheet 71. It's way down here. Nope, went way too far. Sheet 71, 562B. I might have lost the control module, you know what? Where are we at here? Sheet 77, when you go to 71. This should be 71. Is that right? That's 72 still. This is 71 right here. Okay. Let's see here. 71. Is there 2 or 3 different 71 pages? Sheet 71? No. So we got let's see, main controller, power relay, transmission controller relay, transmission control unit relay. This 562B wire, where's that at? I should have looked what frame it was on. Park latch relay removed. Here we go, right here. Park latch relay removed. Brake relays. So is there a park lock relay and it's not putting power out? Is that what the whole problem is? Why didn't they say that in the code description? If that's, I'm gonna be so pissed off if they didn't tell you to check a fuse and a relay in the code description. As of 2012, park latch relay. Oh, as of 2012, park latch relay removed. So they've changed, and this has got def on it. I got a feeling this is probably a later tractor, but I guess we better check, huh? Because there's 562B right there. We better check it, because I'm not certain about that. And that's going to be back here, underneath all their shit laying everywhere. Alright guys, this fuse right here, don't know if that caused it or not, but see this little blue 15 amp fuse, it doesn't really tell you what it is. I'm going to look it up in the book, see if I can figure out what it is, but now it's coming out of park. The reverse change. Watch the wheels move. Alright, let's look that up. I gotta know. I gotta know what the hell that is. Let me look it up and I'll be back. Well, I must have not been paying attention when I downloaded this book, because it's obviously serial number specific. I got a feeling I got the wrong serial number, because that's fuse 43 and it skips from 42 to 44. Well, let's just do a little test here and pull the fuse out of it and then see if it won't go into park. How about we do that? Let's see what happens, huh? Fall, look at that. I bet that's what the problem is, huh? Cycle the key, shut it off. So, if I would have had the right information, it probably a different book for a different serial number, and it probably tells you with that serial number to check that fuse. What do you want to bet? So this is a ZRC 02583. What's the serial number on this tractor? Oh, what a cluster, huh, guys? I tell you what, having the right, that's where the dealer has the advantage, is because they have the right information. I thought the serial number was right there. Where's it at? I could have swore it was right there. We push pressure. Charging my stupid laptop. I could have swore those were right there. Okay, where's it at? Put them on the back like they do on a John Deere. Well, I turned around and I was going to drive it out of the field and tell those guys to come at least get it to the shop. It needs to be serviced, but it made it to here and it blew the fuse again. We got to find out what the hell's going on here. So I am going to continuity check that wire going from pin 21 on CN3B to ground and see if it's shortened to ground. I wonder if the coil is like really hot or something like that. Would that indicate, you know, because it did have a lower resistance. Is it, well, a higher resistance would create more heat, so that doesn't really make a lot of sense. Just after our little trip there, is the coil like really hot or something? Oh, she's pretty warm. That coil is pretty frickin' hot. Whew. Yeah, she's pretty damn toasty, you know it? I wonder if that coil is bad and causing us all these problems. What am I gonna do here? What do you think? Should I have taken that ohm meter and checked, you know, continuity to the case of the coil and see if that coil is shortening to the case and causing us all these problems? I wish I had another coil that was similar to that. Let me think about this. Okay, so if I got, okay, here's our ground. Where is the other end of my lead at? Should be right here. Here is a bolt that's got some metal showing. 0.5 ohms to ground. Now, so we know that that's going straight to ground. We should have no continuity between the power wire and the ground. And there is not. So that tells you right there that that wire is not shorted to ground anywhere. So that would pretty much rule out that wire being shorted to another, even if it's 12 volt. So even if it was shorted to another power source, right, it wouldn't really hurt it because it's 12 volt. I'm kind of thinking this coil is causing all the troubles here. There's not even another coil on here to really, these all have different plugs, so you can't swap it and see if the problem goes to another circuit. They're all different, every stinking one of them. Let me get that wrench. I mean, this thing's hotter than hell, this coil is. Let me get that off again and we'll check it again now that it's got some heat on it. This thing smells burnt. It smells burnt. I got another idea. Let's go check the ohms again. Come on, man. What are we doing here? Wow, 1.5 ohms. Okay. That cannot be right. It said 5 to 7, now it's even worse. I don't see it's being shorted to there. I got an idea though. I know it's kind of a pain in the ass, but I don't want to guess anymore. I mean, I really haven't been guessing. I had the wrong information. But what if I've got some Deutsch connectors in there? What if I make a little plug and I've got an inline fuse holder and I can put a 15 amp fuse and run that in there and just tie it to a battery and see if it pops a fuse. I know it's kind of a crazy setup, but I could not find my inline fuse holder. I had a 20 amp circuit breaker. So I got one side wired to my positive post on my battery. Other side obviously going to the coil. And then the ground side, using my jumper magnetic test lead set. And we're just going to ground it right to this. It's arcing. It's getting hot. Oh, yeah, I can't. It's getting really hot. Oh, shit. I can smell that thing. Let me get my power probe. I should have had that. My ducks in a row is what I should have done. There, but I had my head up my ass. I need to ground this fucker somewhere. Alright. Huh, it hasn't popped that circuit breaker. Holy shit, that son of a bitch is so freaking hot though, you cannot hold on to it. Holy shit, that thing is hot. There's no way that that can be right. Well, it's got to be this coil because there's something melting and coming out of here in it. What the hell is that? And now I've got 0.005 ohms. It's straight through it. Oh, that's a piece of... What the hell's that? Yeah, it's blown out right there. You would think you would be getting continuity on one of these poles back into, you know what it's doing, being that when you shove that thing, when you shove that on there, it's shortened to the cartridge valve. That's what the hell it's doing. That's why it's not blowing my circuit breaker. Now I understand. So if you stick that in there like that, the sun is screwing everything up here. Shade this thing a little bit. You would think you would be getting some continuity through there, wouldn't you? There's a frickin' hole in it right there. Yeah, there it is. I got continuity on both sides. Okay, guys, it's the coil is what it is. Definitely the coil. Alright guys, I stuck another fuse in here. I got the coil off of it. Watch this. It's going in gear with that coil off and it's not blowing the fuse. But it's in park and it doesn't know it. See it? Let me turn this off. Hear the tractor labor down. It's in park still. Wait a second, or is it? It's got to be in park. How's that work, huh? Yeah, it's in park. You see the way it stops when you hit the clutch pedal? Yeah, we can't go any further. We'll tear something up. I'm really surprised it moves. A John Deere will not move like that. No way in hell. It will break things. But it's 100% absolute certainty. That's the problem. Because as soon as I stick that coil on there, it pops that fuse now. So, boy, what a deal, huh? Mass confusion. I was gonna pop that back out there and look at it, but some dumb shit left his damn pliers over here on the truck. Just amazing how you can sit there and figure out CAN bus issues and stuff, and some simple park brake solenoid just kicks your frickin' teeth in, you know? Yes, that fuse is just fine. So, okay, well, no wiring troubles. We just got a bad coil. So, there you go, guys. I'm going to take this one with me, and I don't know if New Holland's open today or not. I'm going to try to get a hold of them. So, all right, guys. Thanks for this cluster.